James Stadium in Tampa, Florida. Just a short time ago, the Buccaneers emerging from their tunnel to the roar of this frenzied crowd here in the Sunshine State. And we're in the big ship, and fittingly, everyone here ready to do battle as Tampa Bay gets ready to match up with the Cleveland Browns. Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, on to get us started. And off we go from Tampa. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Set, 180. Hey, alert, 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 alert. Set the tone.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Point it right, point it right, point it right. Hey, Charlie. Right there, 54, right there, right there. Hurry, hurry. Cover job.
Throwing, Mayfield. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. Oh, Chubb fumbled it, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Browns drive about to get started, and they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over
into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker, and this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
Forced out to it, and a big one. loss here as he's taken down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now it's the former Badger Dare Ogunbowale. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Here's Ogunbowale. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mayfield nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Mike 5-4. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. 54, Mike. 54. Hurry. 54. Walk 54. Strip the ball.
3rd and long for Mayfield. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Shaquille Barrett able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me just long enough for me to get there. That's exactly what happened on that play.
49-yard punt. On the return, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense.
At their own 42-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10.
Check. Check 26. Check 26. Go.
Jameis now on first down. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll make this a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ready? Blue lady. White.
Big series right here. We got to step it up.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Now 3rd and 5.
Right there. All day, baby.
Ready? White 25. 51. White. Sonny. Let me go.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Browns nothing.
Ready? Black 22. Come on. Sunday. Let's make these babies. Let's go.
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. Complete to Jones. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
It's 4th down.
Easy.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return, and the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started, and 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now.
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots, but what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
There to stop it was Carlton Davis.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Regular.
Hey, check motion, man. Put your hands on him.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. It's taken to the 26. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout And with that, they're now out of timeouts, and still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Don't be scared of it.
They'll try the right side with Jones. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And some room to run now. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Now Winston escaping the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Ready.
51 to Mike. Focus, defense, focus.
Hey, stop. Kill. Easy.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? They'll try and run for it with Jones. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down.
Yeah, once more, strong point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll try to throw now. Winston. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And now look at him go. The 20, 10, 5, and he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. You think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead? Not so fast. That pick 6 really changes the complexion, probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now, probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they can get their focus back.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
They go play action. Winston. Dancing to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Myles Garrett picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And he's going to be brought down short of the 1st at about the 31-yard line. Now a signal and a timeout call. as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Bucs with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Winston now to throw on first down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Mack Wilson. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now Jones. Give him 5 yards on the run there, but it'll leave him with a definite 3rd and long on the horizon.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Ready. White 25. Watch the slant. Let's go.
3rd and long for Winston. He'll rifle this from deep right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They begin this drive with Chubb. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Hey, orbit. 54, hurry, hurry. Check, walk 54, walk 54. In your face.
Mayfield looks to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
61, match box, right. Hey, wahoo. 54, Mike 54. Hey, alert 33.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
180. Tighten up. Pull it together. Real. Run. Go. Watch the run. Check. Lucky. He's checking. Crash. Hey, alert. Mike, hurry. Mike's back forward. Yeah.
Now Mayfield. This is the tight end, Njoku. And to the 49-yard line, but no further. And obviously, he is well short of the first. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Point it right, point it right, point it right. Hey, echo.
Check, watch 54, watch 54. Time to go right now.
Hey!
Mike 54. Let's go one more.
They're indeed going. It's Mayfield. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. So certainly. An interesting call there to go for it, and that will force a turnover on downs. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to. And if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
Mike 51, Mike 51. Hey, they're scared, they're scared.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Running right, Jones. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to...
Actually where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the 1st down. Close it out.
They'll run it with Jones. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. From the shotgun, it's Winston. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with third down looming. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. They'll go again to Jones. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. The 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 18-yard line.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down. On second down, Barber. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. The tally there, -2 yards. Brings up third down.
A loss of 2. Brings up 3rd down and 6.
Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, it's a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Mayfield. This pass complete to Higgins. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Mike. 180. King.
He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down.
Come on. Hey, my 7. 54. My 54. So we got man. Hurry. Right there. 54 miles. I got it.
Now Mayfield on 4th down. Now a desperation throw deep down. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now Mayfield. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The sack by the Super Bowl champion and Pro Bowler Jason Pierre-Paul. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Shaquille Barrett in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. And with that, I'm off to the airport. Charles will be on I-4 back to Windermere as we say so long from Tampa.
Have a nice trip. I'll be home before you even take off.
Lucky.